Dzień dobry, witam bardzo serdecznie w pierwszym epizodzie nowej serii Zagrajmy w Disco Elysium. Jest to specyficzny moment w nagraniu, bo już grałem troszeczkę w Disco Elysium, ale przerwałem, ponieważ nie miałem czasu, żeby dostatecznie dobrze spędzić czas przy tej grze. Co znaczy? Znaczy to, że czułem, że mogę zbyt rzadko grać w tę grę, żeby ją poznać w taki sposób, na jaki ona zasłużyła. Jest mi bardzo przykro, że ten konglomerat artystyczny 𝗧𝗵 tak naprawdę przestał być już oficjalnie 𝗧𝗵, bo znaczy oficjalnie dalej jest 𝗧𝗵, ale nie ma tam ani pana Kurwica, ani tego drugiego pana, którego nazwiska oczywiście zapomniałem. W każdym razie jakby pewna ta podstawa się zakończyła i o ile Disco Elysium 2 powstaje, to trochę nie będzie Disco Elysium już. Trudno powiedzieć, dużo dramatu, dużo problemów. Chcę to zaznaczyć na samym początku tego zagrania, że jakby wiem o tym, ale planuję nie wracać i przejść tą grę. Ale dodatkowo jeszcze wspomnę, że nie planuję również grania w Disco Elysium 2, ani innych gier studia 𝗧𝗵. Jakby to dla mnie jest skończona historia. To jest jedna rzecz i niezależnie od recenzji, ocen, no ja nie chcę uczestniczyć w tym dramacie, który tam się odbywa. I chciałbym się cieszyć tą jedną rzeczą, która tu powstała, jako taki twór jednostkowy, twór wyjątkowy, twór, którego nikt się nie spodziewał, a jednak powstał i jest również w języku polskim na szczęście. To już jest zupełnie niesamowite. Sytuation jest taka, że zaczynamy nową grę. Nie chcę kontynuować tamtego, bo ja już zupełnie nie pamiętam, co się działo. Nie pamiętam również, jaką postać wybrałem. Wybiorę na nowo. A budowa ciała... Budowa ciała fatalna. Okej, no. No dobra. Okej. Logika. Retoryka. Retoryka jako wiodąca. Empatia. Może empatię dam jako taki najważniejszy, wiodący? Chyba, że logikę, kurde, też fajne. No dobra, zostawmy tą empatię, zobaczymy, co z tego wyniknie. No, może być różnie, nie?
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
Nigdy, przenigdy?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Po prostu nie istnieje dalej.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Kurczę, ale ten dubbing jest przepiękny. Ja pierdziu. Mocna rzecz. Dawaj tego więcej.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
Lubię nic.
I know you do, baby. I know.
Może zapodasz mi trochę więcej tego słodkiego nieistnienia.
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alonzy, lecimy.
All right. Nothing down to 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗏.
Poproszę o podróż powrotną w wielką ciszę.
You want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Nie przestawaj, śpiewaj dalej, śpiewaj mi pieśń śmierci.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Nie boję się, jestem mistrzem.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Kim ja jestem? Jakie stworzenie robi takie rzeczy swoim własnym
A
ustom?
fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗏 motor carriage.
Otwórz oczy. Za każdym pieprzonym razem, jak zaczynam ten początek gry, to jest po prostu dla mnie... Dla mnie jakieś magiczne odkrycie. Ta duża butelka czerwonego komandosa jest pusta. Weź wszystko.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Łatwa wzrokowa, łatwy, 9. Oceń szkody.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Oceń szkody.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Czyżbym rozbił ją własnymi rękami?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Więc co do tego doprowadziło?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Ocenię rozmiar uszkodzenia.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
A może to nie byłem ja?
You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it?
Tak.
This person also forced the drinks on you.
Powinienem pójść po ten but.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Okej. Pamiętam, że kiedyś jak grałem, to ten wiatrak mnie zabił. Czy ja się na nim powiesiłem? Coś tam się wydarzyło niedobrego w każdym razie.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Wytrzyj lustro.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Może powinienem najpierw dotknąć twojej twarzy, upewnić się, że nic z tym nie jest nie tak.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
Co? Co jest nie tak?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Dobra, idę stąd. Dobra, zróbmy szybki zapis.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Pociągnij za łańcuszek z
The
wiatrakiem.
blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Chwyć krawat.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan? Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow. An ominous foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie.
No dobrze. Jesteśmy w miarę ubrani. Usuń. Mhm. Na stole coś jest. Czy mogę wejść na balkon?
There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles.
Jak pasują?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Kurczę, jak ta gra jest przepiękna. Za każdym razem, jak tu pojawiam się zakochany. Marzec, rok 51. A może się coś dowiemy, co?
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Panie mundurowy, jestem wojskowy?
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Więc czemu nazwałaś mnie mundurowym?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Jesteś pewna?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well rehearsed lies all this time.
Cały ten
You've
czas?
been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
Co za niby za sprawy?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Czy nie pamiętam, że jest... Okej. Kto zdrowy na umyśle pozwoliłby... Niekoniecznie. Czemu nie pamiętam, że jestem policjantem, ani niczego
Could
innego?
it be because of the drinking?
Okej. Powinien już iść.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like she looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Zanim pójdziesz, mam do ciebie kilka pytań.
Yes.
Co mamy tutaj przeciwko
The
policji?
dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Co to jest właściwie za miejsce? Gdzie ja jestem?
You're in a hostel, sir.
Nie. Gdzie jesteśmy? W jakim miejscu świata?
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
A możesz mi coś powiedzieć jeszcze?
Yeah.
Those words, tell me something else, feel like something you've said innumerable times before. Your mouth is the very shape of them.
Byłko jest bardzo blisko mojego. Słyszałeś coś w nocy?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Miałem jakichś gości?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Głośna muzyka disco?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
𝗀𝗏 were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Ale bardziej jednak robi się trudne niż trwamy, co?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
Co się
A
stało?
slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time you were yelling along to it.
Co śpiewałem?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Co się potem stało?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Jesteś pewna, że nikt mnie nie zaatakował?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Działo się coś jeszcze?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Dobrze, możesz już iść.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Lipa. Powiem tak, nie jesteśmy w najlepszej formie. Okej. Wygięto wydanie satyrycznej gazety 𝗀𝗶𝗹𝗵𝘁. Drzwi letnie zamknięte na zimę. To powinien być tekst piosenki. Duży stary mikrofon to karaoke, tylko czekasz, kto do niego zaśpiewa. Głośnik połączono do radia. Muzyka jest suto poprawiona szumem.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Objętość mojej duszy przysłania mi kat.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system by other people.
Ale co powinien zaśpiewać, jak już przyjdzie co do czego?
You should sing the sad, slow song you were listening to last night. Thought it was obvious.
No jasne, to im pozwoli dobrze pojąć rozmiary mojej duszy.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find out how the song goes first, though. Maybe a tape of something appropriate would help.
Do 13 kuźnia zarezerwowałem dla personelu.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Okej. Najpierw rozmawiamy z tym ziomkiem, on będzie zły.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you
Zwróciłem uwagę też,
gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Zwróciłem też uwagę na to, że było napisane, że wczorajsze menu było napisane damskim sposobem pisania, pismem, a ten obecny dzisiejszy męską.
That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Coś mi podpowiada, że mnie nie lubisz.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Mówisz to sarkastycznie.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Boże, naprawdę wszystko zrobiłem?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
Co w takim razie robiłem? Widziałeś mnie w okolicy?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Spójrz na wypchanego ptaka.
Competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the 𝗀𝗪𝗮𝗏 𝗖𝗯𝗨, the part of the world you are in right now. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Co się stało z tym ptakiem?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
Jak to mój
He
kolega?
pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why?
Uściśnij mój dłoń.
Hello. I'm 𝗵𝗂𝗵𝗁 𝗂𝘠𝗵𝗵, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative.
Wymyśl sobie imię.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
Jeszcze nie pora.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Znaczy się z nim? Kiwnij głową. Tak, właśnie z nim
If you
rozmawiałem.
don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Tak, policja. Wiem, że jestem policjantem. To jest dobra reakcja. Tak, zaplanowałem.
But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Nie.
So, the body is still in the tree.
No, w gruncie rzeczy tak.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
No to w drogę.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Nie miałem jej przy sobie, kiedy... Okej. Nie miałem jej przy sobie, kiedy się obudziłem.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
No dobrze. Panie Kim.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Nic nie mów.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Rżnij głupa, że ja? Tak, w
The
porządku.
body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key. Just go through that hole and you'll be in the courtyard.
Are you supposed to feel guilty about the hole? His side tells you yes.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Wypnij się niezauważony.
as you blow this joint, behind you a whiny voice shouts,
Real mature, man. Real mature.
Rozjebane. Udało się. Pierwsze sukcesy. Dobra, te reale będzie trzeba mu oddać, jak będziemy mieć, nie? Dobra, ale najpierw weźmy te zwłoki, weźmy. No kurwa, rzeczywiście dziura jest tutaj. Ja pierdzielę, ziomek tu naprawdę cały czas wisi.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, 𝗪𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗏, Kuno.
Mogę prosić cię o chwilkę uwagi?
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Co czystym czym?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Jesteście rodzeństwem, dzieciaki?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Posłuchaj, mam kilka pytań.
All right, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Muszę spytać, kim jest Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Ciekawe, mówi, że sobie w czycie sobie, żeby zdystansować się od sytuacji?
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying. Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
The boy knows he has an addictive personality. Admirable insight for his age.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Odpowiedz na pytania.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're afraid.
Pig's in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Kto cię do tego nakłonił?
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you. Change your plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder down the line. You may end up missing crucial information.
Help! The pig's gagging him. Kuno can't speak.
Spokój go. Ktoś cię do tego nakłonił.
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
No dobra, nikt cię do tego nie nakłonił.
Help!
Nie bij go, to zły pomysł.
Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost with an ace up his sleeve.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look that Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you were thinking that.
Skąd to wiesz? Nie umiesz mi zajrzeć do głowy.
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now You're nothing. You're a joke to 𝘂𝗏. 𝘂𝗏 laughs at you. King 𝘂𝗏!
Backing up was a bad idea. Now he thinks he's established dominance over you.
𝘂𝗏 turned you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be in this shit with 𝘂𝗏.
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with 𝘂𝗏 forever.
A 𝗱𝗶𝗹 is a type of hat, by the way.
Odejdź. Okay.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Spójrz w dół.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Boże, czemu jest aż tak źle?
𝗱𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗧. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow 𝘂𝗏.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. There are several footprints in them. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Magnes. No kurwa, jak zdjąć te zwłoki, jak to tak śmierdzi, że aż człowiekowi się słabo robi.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, eternite.
Wyrównane, tak? Zróbmy zapisik i spróbujmy.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine, sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Ktoś przyjmował te narkotyki, może powinna się tym zająć policja.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Okej, tędy nie mogę pójść, tak? Wait, tam coś jeszcze innego jest. A, pieniądze, nice. 90 centów.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Patrz, poruczniku, tu zostawisz swój płaszcz.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the 𝘂𝗵𝗵𝗁 insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Rozejrzyj się.
Is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance. Over the look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Pozwól mu na tę chwilę zachwytu.
His eyes trace the crane's contour as if trying to memorize its majestic shape. Then he notices your gaze.
Yes, we were in the middle of something. Your clock.
Nie no, może nie teraz.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing.
Naprawdę myślisz, że to mój płaszcz?
For their own.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
No spróbuję.
A tarpaulin cloak. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the look in his eyes is a mix of the...
Yes, we were in the middle of something.
Nie ten przycisk kliknąłem.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering. The look in his eyes is a mix...
Yes, that's one way of putting it. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Nope, no.
No spróbuj jeszcze raz, no. To 3 razy sztukę. No, no kurwa, skocz tam, to byłoby zajebiste.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. Nope, no. You could have...
Nie dziwię się w ogóle.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit.
No nie uda się, no.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the
Dawaj.
No one has
No nie dupa tam.
their own. No, you could have...
Dobra, no nie da się. To nie jest to, co nam się uda. W takim razie nie teraz. No dobra, ale przydałoby się... Przydałoby się jakoś stąd wyjść.
This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Myślisz, poruczniku, co może być w środku?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Tak, czuję, że coś tam w środku jest.
What do you mean, feel?
To pretensja poza zmyła, cokolwiek tam jest, ma wyjątkowe znaczenie.
I agree. We should get someone from the remote viewers division here.
He's being sarcastic. Do not ask what the remote viewers division is. The lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock.
Jak otworzyłem ten
We
zamek?
could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage,
Albo?
or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea. This 𝗂𝗪𝗏𝗏 mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Ta animacja.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and 𝗀𝗁𝗄 with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore and 𝗂𝗶𝗹𝗵𝗁 mailbox also.
Też to przechodziłem skrzynkę pocztową, uwierz.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Wow. Rozpykane. Tam jest jeszcze mnóstwo. Tam jeszcze można wejść. O Jezu. A, tu jest ten pojazd. No tak. Dobrze, ale jeżeli chodzi o ten odcinek, to będzie wszystko. Serdecznie dziękuję za oglądanie. Mam nadzieję, że wam się spodobało. Do usłyszenia, siemanko, no i cześć. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie mojego materiału. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Jeżeli wam się spodobało, pamiętajcie, żeby kliknąć kciuk w górę, zasubskrybować i kliknąć dzwoneczek. Wszystko, aby zawsze być na bieżąco. Jeżeli macie coś do napisania, napiszcie komentarz, dzięki temu będę wiedział, że jesteście, że wam się podoba i przede wszystkim, że chcecie, żeby tych materiałów pojawiało się więcej. Dodatkowo, jeżeli chcecie się wdzięczyć za to, co robię i podoba wam się moja praca, pamiętajcie, że możecie kliknąć w moją nazwę, wejdziecie do strony głównej mojego kanału, kliknąć opcję wesprzyj i za 2 zł, 10 albo 30 zostaniesz wspierającymi według waszej tutaj chęci i potrzeby oddania trochę tej dobroci w moją stronę. Dziękuję bardzo za oglądanie, trzymajcie się, do usłyszenia i życzę wam miłego. Bardzo serdecznie dziękuję wszelkim wspierającym za to, że jesteście. Dziękuję tym, którzy byliście wspierającymi i dziękuję wszystkim tym, którzy po tym właśnie filmiku zdecydowaliście się na wsparcie. Przede wszystkim to nie jest tak, że wspieracie osobę, która ma tysiące widzów. Wspieracie małą społeczność, której dzięki każdej osobie z was, każdej złotówce, którą mi przelejecie każdym 2 złotym, które jesteście wspierającymi ptasiakami. Za każdą tą jedną osobę bardzo serdecznie dziękuję i za każdą tą złotówkę dziękuję, ponieważ dzięki temu po prostu mam chęci, mam motywację i przede wszystkim mam dodatkowe finanse, które pozwalają utrzymać ten kanał i utrzymać wszystko, co się wokół niego dzieje, włącznie z kosztami prądu, kosztami kupowania nowego sprzętu, kupowania nowych gier i w ogóle całego czasu, które spędzam, czy to nagrywając, czy to streamując i czy to, jeżeli w przypadku wielu sytuacji rozmawiając i wspierając osoby, które w jakiś sposób czują się gorzej. Więc moja działalność jest bardzo szeroka i cieszę się, że doceniacie ją. Jeżeli ktoś z Was czuje się gorzej i chciałby ze mną porozmawiać i ma jakieś takie problemy, możecie do mnie napisać, zagadać. Wszystko na Discordzie, a link do Discorda w opisie.